Here we are on a SBJ radio podcast, Shelters by Jesus in Skowhegan, Maine. And I am Pastor Richard Berry. I'm senior pastor here. And first of all, I want to thank you all for watching these podcasts. We're excited to bring these to you. We want to show you both residents and staff and churches and other organizations that are doing this. And today we've got a neat lady and her son. Her name is Shay. I guess it's a middle name, but it's Shay and Kyrie. Not Kyrie Irving, the basketball player. He's a little shorter than Kyrie Irving, but it's Kyrie. And
I'm named after my middle name.
You're named after your middle name. All right. So anyway, Shay, I would love to have you just give a little background. First of all, where you're from, what led to homelessness, and how you wound up here.
I know.
Well, I'm from.
I'm going to ask you in a second, Kyrie. How's that? Let Mama go first, and we'll get you. You got to move your toy. There you go.
I'm originally from Dallas, Texas. I moved up here with a lady that was supposed to be my friend, and it turns out that she wasn't.
So how long have you been up here?
Since like the beginning of June.
Since June?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We ended up basically going from place to place, and one of the people that I met since I've been here was telling me about the women and family shelters, and we were calling everywhere. No one answered. There is no space available.
So we're not the first shelter you called in?
No.
Okay.
But you were the only one who answered, and the only one that had space for us. So.
Well, that made us number one.
Yes, it did.
What's your number one?
It did, definitely.
What's your number
And we
one?
actually got your number because the friends of mine were taking their animals to the vet in Madison.
Oh.
And on their way back, they stopped by here and spoke with Tom and got the phone number. And I called, and less than 24 hours later, we were accepted to come here.
Awesome. Awesome. So what led to you being homeless?
The friend that we were staying with, I guess she was having a lot of personal problems, financial problems maybe. I'm not exactly sure,
Okay.
but she basically said we couldn't stay there anymore.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so how did you feel about facing homelessness? How old is Kyrie?
6.
You're 6. I guess I could have said, Kyrie, how old you are, because you know how old you are, right? How old are you, Kyrie?
6.
See, I knew you knew. I knew he knew. I just had to ask you. So what did that? I mean, I'm a dad, a granddad, a great granddad. Ooh,
Wow.
that don't. Ouch.
He said, ooh.
That hurts, don't it? And I can't imagine the emotions I would have thinking I was going to go out, possibility of going on the street with my kids. How did that make you feel? What were the emotions and all of that kind of stuff? I think people want to know that.
I was extremely depressed, very, very stressed out. I came up here with the vehicle, but it stopped working on me, so I didn't have a way to get us around. And even when I tried to have jobs, I didn't have reliable transportation, so that added to the stress, not being able to provide for him, not knowing where we were going to go, how we were going to eat, or anything like that. So it was very stressful and depressing, to say the least.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now I was told though you're not wasting your time, because I was told you're enrolled in college.
Yes.
So tell us about that. I want to hear about that.
I'm going to the University of Phoenix online right now.
Cool.
To get my bachelor's degree in business management.
Ooh.
With a concentration in human resource management.
Now, what is human resource management?
It basically deals with the benefits, employee benefits, incentives, hiring processes, the legal end of the business.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is that something you like to? That's something you like to do?
I love human resources.
Really?
I love helping people, mainly in the background.
Mainly in the background. Yeah, that up front and personal can be different.
Yeah.
Because then you deal with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you want me back doing the paperwork?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we need paperwork.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you gotta move the toy?
Yeah.
All right.
Can't see with it right there. So
They
let's
can't
sit 'em
see
right
it
there.
through it, Kyrie. So you got them blocked.
Yeah.
So, all
I
right.
can't see.
Well, we can see he's a normal kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's it been like for you since you got here? What's this place been like to you?
It literally was a godsend. Like I said, there was nowhere else for us to go. It was very difficult finding somewhere, and I feel a lot safer, a lot more secure in what our future could possibly look like. I know he feels safe here. He loves playing with the other children and being able to actually be a kid and not feel like we're walking on eggshells all the time, following someone else's rules, or they getting upset over the smallest things, you know. It's a huge relief for me.
All right. Kyrie, you keep putting your hand up. Did you want to say something? What do you want to say? Go right ahead. Move your little man so they can see you. They can't see you. Your man's in the way.
Yeah,
That's it.
come sit down so they can
So
see
that
you.
was it to mommy. And look right at Seth there so the camera can see you. And now, what did you want to say? What do you got to say, kid?
I'm sad because Jesus is dead.
You're sad because of what?
Jesus is dead,
Because Jesus, he's not dead, he's alive.
but he's dead.
He died and then he became alive. That's a good part. Yeah, well, everybody was sad when he died, but then he became alive.
How did he die? How did he come alive?
He became alive because his daddy brought him right back from the dead. So Jesus is in heaven right now, and he's waiting for all of us. One day we're going to be with Jesus.
What's a bus?
Not a bus. He's waiting for us.
For us, not a bus. He's waiting for us. He don't need a bus in heaven. Probably the buses don't run regular in heaven. So they get around, actually they probably get around a little easier than we do. So, Kyrie, how do you like being here? Do you like it? What do you find, what is it you like or don't like or whatever? What do you like? Tell us what you like, kid.
I don't like the food.
You don't like the food? Why?
Because they bring vegetables. I don't like vegetables.
They bring you vegetables. You don't like vegetables? Uh-oh. And Mama says vegetables are good though, right?
I
Yeah.
don't like potato and green beans.
You don't like potatoes and green beans, or you do like?
I do like.
You do like potatoes and green beans. Okay. Well, I think they're gonna have some potatoes and stuff tonight, as a matter of fact.
I like corn.
You like corn?
Like me and my uncle do.
Your uncle likes corn? Okay.
And I have a Nintendo Switch.
Oh my goodness.
You have a Nintendo? You like Nintendo?
And I have a phone.
All right. All right.
You
So-
don't look.
So what do you do? What do you do here with the other children? Do you like to play with the other children? What kind of stuff do you guys like to play?
Close your eyes.
What kind of stuff you like to play, Kyrie?
Tell them what you like to play.
Tag and hide and seek, and I like to play football.
Tag, hide and seek, and football. Would you like to be a football player someday? Yeah?
My favorite team are the Chargers, the Buccaneers, the Rams.
You like the Buccaneers? Do you know who the quarterback of the Buccaneers is? Tom Brady. That's my favorite quarterback.
You know who's my favorite number?
What's your favorite number?
1 and 10.
118?
No, 1 and 10.
1 and 10? Those are your favorite numbers?
And 34.
And 34. Well, all right. Well, I'm sorry, Tom Brady's number 12, so he doesn't fit any of that.
Yes, he does.
So, what do you try? What are your plans? What do you like to do after you get your education? Do you have any idea what you want to do?
Well, of course, I want to work in human resource management. But I also want to maybe open my own business.
Oh, really?
As like an outsourcing company for human resource employees.
Wow.
So they would just do short-term contracts with various businesses and make money that way.
Okay. I just want to make this clear. You're not here because you're on drugs and alcohol and
No.
all of that, right?
No.
So people get this idea of what homelessness is. I don't think they picture you as the homeless type, all right? I mean, you're a sharp, articulate lady, very, very pretty lady. You
Thank you.
dress nice. when they picture homelessness, you're not what they picture. They don't expect to see somebody looking like you on the street, but that could have happened.
Yeah, very well could have.
So how close were you to going on the street? I mean, how much time did you have where you were at that they were going to let you stay?
It was literally day by day. Most of the day while he was at school, I was out just trying to make sure we had somewhere to go that night.
Okay.
And when I would pick him up from school, hopefully I would have somewhere we could at least stay for the night to get clean, have hot food, and somewhere to sleep.
Yeah,
that
man. That to me, that's mind blowing.
Yeah.
That you've got to worry about that. A single mom with a little boy shouldn't have to worry about what you're going to eat tonight, or if you're going to have a warm place or a place to take a shower.
Yeah.
Even, which is on the street.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Well, if somebody would ask you, if you knew somebody who was homeless, would you recommend that they get a hold of us to come here?
Oh, most definitely. This would be the only place I would recommend. I felt welcome from the moment I walked through the door, and I've never felt anything less since we've been here.
Well, those are great things to say about a homeless shelter.
Yes. Yeah, want to come join us?
Your son's having a ball. He wants to hang out with Seth back there behind the camera. I think he's watching you on camera, Mom, to see how it is. Well, that's pretty cool. What would you say to people that are out there right now and they're going, well, homelessness, those people are just weird and we just want to get them out of town. What would you say to them? I mean, we have cities right now that are saying you can't be in our town from sundown to sunup. So during the day, you can be there, but at night you can't be here. What would you say to that? Because figure if you and Kyrie are out there and they go, oh, you got to go out in the woods somewhere tonight, and you can't even come out of the woods until daylight.
Oh.
And then we're not saying you got a place to be, but you can't be on the streets. They say you can't stay in the cemetery. You can't be on a bench. You can't get over one of those grates there where the steam comes up. Can't crawl between the buildings. What would you say to them if you thought that could possibly be you and your son? Because people watch this go, well, you ain't talking about them. They couldn't be there. They're clean cut. They're nice people. But homeless is homeless.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what would you say to them if they said the homeless should be out of the area? We shouldn't allow homeless in our area. What would you say?
I would say those people need to do a serious reality check and a serious self-check, because it could very easily be you who is the one that's being pushed out and not cared for. Nobody has compassion for you. Nobody has sympathy or empathy for you. Nobody wants to help you. And what if it was the other way around? What if the homeless were in control and they told everyone who had a place to stay, you have to vacate your premises so that we can have somewhere to sleep and eat tonight?
I like that.
I don't think people actually have enough empathy today, or sympathy for that matter, for other people and what they're going through.
Okay. So how you find when you come in here, you met other ladies, and I know everybody's kind of squeezed a little bit because just as we was coming in here, I got a call from a man and a woman. The woman's already coming, the man's calling. So, the numbers are going up, and we don't say no, so we stack, rack, pack, and snack, or whatever we got to do. So how are you finding that? How are you finding that closeness of relationship? You've got to stay that close. How is that? Does that bother you? What effect does it have on you?
Honestly, I think it's a good thing. A lot of people who are homeless probably feel alone, isolated,
Wow, I didn't think of that
dejected
angle.
by society. So being in close quarters with other people like this, you have no choice but to build relationships and build bonds. And that's something that we all have in common right now. Everyone's going through something. So that's something that can bring people closer together, and maybe they won't feel so alone in the world.
I love that. I love that. Now, probably somebody's going to scream racism on my next question, but you're not the first black woman or black child that's come in here. Have you felt like you was looked at any differently because you're not white coming in?
No, not at all. there have been no references to the color of my skin or any culture I may come from or any beliefs I may have just because of what I look like. I feel like I'm treated just like everyone else. We're all just people at the end of the day.
Well, that's the goal here. We tell everybody we want to be a family, not a shelter. We're not we want to be a home, not a homeless shelter. I mean, we are a homeless shelter.
Yeah.
I mean, so that we're listed as a homeless shelter, but it's hard to explain. You know, if somebody out there is looking, they're scared, they just want to be loved and need a place to go. So you would say they could find that if they were here.
Yeah. I mean, just because it's classified as a homeless shelter doesn't mean it has to feel any less like home. There's still love, caring, support. You know, everyone lives as a family. We all help out, help each other out. You know, if you need someone to talk to, there's always someone there. You can get guidance, resources, everything. And you don't have to be related to be a family. So.
And the other thing we hear out there is, we hear that they force them to go to church and they got all of this kind of stuff. Now, we do sign a contract, have sign a contract, you go to prayer meeting in the morning and Bible study at night, and you had to sit through one of my sermons Saturday night, the first one you had to sit through.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about that? Do you feel constricted? Do you feel that that's a bad thing that we have this in here, or a good thing?
No, I've been in religion my whole life, ever since I was younger than him. And of course, over the years, I did have my struggles with it. It was not looking good, but I never lost my faith. And
Awesome.
I feel like being in a situation like this where the religion is offered could be good. It could be the one thing that helps save someone from something that they're dealing with. And it's only a few minutes a day to sit and give thanks for the things that you do have and learn how to be a better person, basically.
I love it. I love it. I love your attitude. You have an awesome attitude. And your son's a hoot, by the way.
I'm not a hoot.
He's all boy.
Very much.
He's very much. He's very much. Well, we're glad you're here. How are we doing all the time?
We're on 17 inches.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there's something you could tell anybody that's watching it, that's on your heart or on your mind, you could tell somebody that's either thinking about supporting us or somebody that's out there and scared needs a place to go. Is there anything you would share with somebody out there you'd like to share?
I would say first, don't be afraid to ask for help. You don't have to be alone. You don't have to be out in the streets or being treated a bad way just to say that you have somewhere to go or somewhere to live, because it doesn't have to be that way. You can be somewhere where you're safe, where they care about you, they care about your future, they want you to do better and be better and grow as a person. And so you should definitely come here. It will help a lot, and you'll feel a lot better about life. You'll have a better outlook on everything. For those who are skeptical about helping, it's done so much that I can see, even for the people who have been here before us. And since we've been here, there's been no shortage of help. And of course, I know there are people here who may have less than we do, and it still gets put aside to be able to help others, because we're all trying to get through life together and be positive. So any help we can get to keep providing these services to people in the community would be awesome. It would be greatly appreciated.
So if somebody's out watching this right now and they're going, well, I feel like I want to do something for homeless, but is this a place I'd want to invest? What would you tell them? Can they feel comfortable investing in this place, that their money is going to be used well?
Yeah, definitely. I've never heard of a homeless shelter offering classes to help to give people skills, job skills, or just regular everyday life skills to make it better for them. Most shelters don't offer their food pantry or the clothing closet to the people that live there. It's mainly for people who are out on the street that get those resources.
That's a good point.
So the fact that it is offered to the people who live here, I think that's a really good thing. we're not off limits to anything. We still have the freedom to move about and be able to use whatever is available here. And the more that's available, I think the better. It'll make us all better.
Now, what about the fact, I don't know if you've been to other shelters, but most of the shelters that we know of, they send people out days. They have to leave in the morning, they can't come back until night, and they're not guaranteed a bed, even at night. So, what would you say to that? How does this compare to that for you, knowing that you don't have to go out in the daytime?
One shelter I called actually told me that I would have to do that. And I told him if I were able to be gone all day, I wouldn't need a shelter.
I want that marked down somewhere, Sam. I like that statement. That is a great statement. I love that. I got to remember that.
It's so true. If I had somewhere I could go all day, then I'm pretty sure I would have somewhere I could go for that night as well. So why would you force me out into the situation I'm trying to get away from?
You know what? I think that deserves a big duh. I love it, man. I love that. And I'm so happy for you and your son. And man, you're getting a college thing, and I can see you going down the road really doing something special for your family. So I guess we're going to close on that. I want to thank Shay and Kyrie. He's running around behind the cameras, but he's still here. Yeah, we haven't kicked him out of the shelter.
Oh, there he is.
He's on a spindle. But that's the other thing we want you to know. The kids are here. We let them be kids. And they're going to run. They're going to play. They're going to jump. They're going to holler. But we love these kids, and they love being here because of that. They're not restricted and tied down and handcuffed. So we want to thank you for watching, and if you want to support us, you can go to sheltersbyjesus.com on our website, and there's a place there. If you want to support us, it says $9 a month. We'll take somebody off the street. This family is seeing Shay and Kyrie because you and others are giving that $9 a month, and many of you many times over that $9, but at least $9. They're allowed to come off the street. They're not turned out days. They're not rejected. They're not told to go out in the woods and leave town. They're here because you cared enough to give. This is 100% faith-based. We get nothing from town, state, or federal. I want you to understand that. None of your tax dollars go to run this place. This is straight Jesus support. And we say we don't do it the federal way, we do it the Jesus way. And that's how we do it. And he's been very faithful. So we haven't gone without, and he continues to bless. And I've written books about that, about what's going on here, the miracles and all that. And I have 4 books out, a 5th one on the way. If you would like them, we have it set up. You can have them for $10 each, or you can have them for free. Whatever fits your budget, because we want to put those books in your hand. We want you to see what Jesus Christ is doing, what he's able to do, not just here, but in your life as well and in your area. If you'd like to start something, if we can help in any way, let us know. Also, I travel and speak about the shelter. I share God's word, talk about the shelter. If you'd like to have me come and speak at your church, your organization, groups or whatever, just contact us. You can get us off my website. You can call our office at 207-474-8833. Or if you're in the area and you'd like a tour, we love to give tours. My chief of staff, Seth, he's behind the camera. Seth, just step out here a second so they can see you behind the camera. Come out here. Come on and show your ugly mug. This is Seth right here. There you go. Seth he is a tour guide. Isn't he pretty? He's a tour guide, a chief of staff, he's all these things. And if you come, he would love to take you around and show you all the stuff that's going on here. We got new classrooms we're just starting up. We're going to be teaching cooking. There's a sewing class, a maintenance class, computer classes. It's all going to be going on. We're working on that. Love to show you that. Great investment. Plus, if you teach these things, if you're sitting there going, wow, I'm a great mechanic, I can teach mechanics. Whoa, I'm a woodworker, I can teach woodworking. Man, I am an IT specialist, and I would be willing to donate my time. If you would like to work with the homeless, get a hold of us. We'd love to have you. We are at 12 McClellan Street in Skowhegan, Maine. That is 12 McClellan Street, Skowhegan, Maine. You can even find us on a GPS. We're small, but we ain't that small. So y'all come call on us. Y'all come support us. Y'all come back now. Here. Have a good day. God bless.